Today I'm showing you how to remove the ground on this generator. This generator has the neutral bonded to the frame, so we need to get to the wire on the other side of this so we can unbond it and turn it into a neutral floating generator. Now this happens to be the EPA version, and this generator does not have the neutral tied to the side of the engine like some of the other models. This one has the SC or Sensi engine 460T. Now some of the other models you might see has the rear exhaust and it has a Ratto Engineering engine in it that will say R460 on it. And these are the tools that we're going to need. You'll need a 10mm ratchet, also a 12mm and a 14mm, 8mm socket, 10mm socket, along with your favorite ratchet. I really like this one from Snap-on. I've had this since I was only 18 years old. Fact. You'll need a 5mm Allen, plus I'll use this little adapter to drop it down to a 1/4-inch drive. And then you'll need this little guy here, which this is a T25, but this one has a security hole in the middle of it because behind there's a bunch of these little screws that they want you to stay away from because they don't want you messing with anything. And then your select choice of power tools would definitely help this go a little quicker. First, we need to take off the handle. Take your 12 on one side and your 14 on the other and go ahead and break this loose. Go ahead and remove this nut and also the handle keeper. Do the same thing on the other side. Now go ahead and lift up the handle and push out the bolts, which these can be a little stiff and might need a little bit of help. Go to the front brake wheel, and now we're going to take off this bolt right down here, and we also have to remove the one that's right in here. Take a 10mm and remove this bolt. Now earlier I said to take off this bolt, but actually all we have to do is loosen it. Organization is key. Come to the other side and remove this bolt, which needs an 8mm. Now we have to remove all these Allen bolts that are holding on the front cover. Come over to this side. You can also use this as a pull handle. Give that a little tug. Now come over to this side where the wheel is, and you may need two hands, but because this has a catch in it, you have to have this loose just enough to be able to pull this away, which can be a little bit of a pain. But since we loosened it, that's all we needed it to do, was just so we can get that off. And now your front panel should just come right off. Now in one of my other videos, I said there might be a yellow wire that could be on the inverter board heatsink, but they didn't put it on this model. They did it like their old one, which again is behind this bolt, which they could have made this a lot easier on every model like some other brands. Now we have to remove all of these screws, which you'll see 3 up top, along with 1 on that side, and then you have 3 along the bottom, so go ahead and remove all those. Okay, because your propane line is still connected and these are pretty tough to get off, you won't be able to pull this panel all the way off. You only have so much room to work, but that's okay because all we have to do is get to here. And so we're going to pull this panel out some, and you can see this will give us just enough room to work to get to the wire down here, which now if you look, you can see right here, get a better shot for you, but there is a white wire right here and this yellow wire right here going to this ground lug. So now we have to loosen this up so we can separate those. Take your 8mm wrench, put it behind, and now all we have to do is, that was actually pretty loose, and most of them are, but take off this front nut. Make sure you keep your washer and locking washer, the star washer. Now we have to loosen this one up, which should come off pretty easy. Go ahead and hold on to that from the back. Don't lose your washers. Now we have the bolt out and our wires are separated in the back, but we still have something to do. And now if we reach up here, we should be able to grab, oh, there's another star washer, so let's not lose that one. Okay, so go ahead and separate. This is your grounding wire right here, but we need the white wire right back there. So you see how it jumps over here? What we're gonna do is just separate it. Give me a second. They definitely did not give us much slack, so we're just gonna have to work with this a little bit. But we're gonna pull this wire down, and then we need to insulate it. And now that we got the wire down here, we can now reassemble this onto here, but we have to tape this up first. And just so you know, while you're back here looking around, look at that. You have a fuse, so if something does go out, this gives you an area to check is to replace that fuse in case it's bad. And make sure you go all the way up to the shrink tubing. Tear off the electrical tape about 1 inch away and go ahead and fold over that corner just in case you want to take this off later if you want to bond it again. And now you have a little pull tab, that way you can easily unwrap it. Now it's probably pretty hard to see in there, but I kind of placed it back into its original location and it's just going to basically sit there and float. Get it? Float? Floating neutral? Oh man. Take your star washer, put it back on the bolt. It's got to go through the back and hit that ground wire. Now we need washer, lock washer, 8mm bolt. Snug it down. It doesn't have to be super tight. Back to another washer, back to your star washer, and back to your other 8mm nut. Snug it down. And now we can reassemble with superhuman speed. Now when you put your handle back on, make sure that the little catch is on the right side and your bolts will have to come in from the left side. So one starting there, we'll then put in this one over here. You should be able to lift it, rock them right back in, put on your nut, put on your catch, and then go ahead and tighten both of these back down. And I hope this video helped you out. Consider subscribing, and I hope to see you in another video.